Hey guys, it's Ep47 and welcome back to episode 47 of my Juventus career mode. Now this episode is going to be really good because we're going to hopefully make some really good signings for the team. So I've taken a look at some of the comments we had in the previous episode and created some sort of shortlist that I've written down on paper, and we'll look at them after this game, I think, which is against Roma. So we are going to play this one because it's a fairly big game and it's away, so we need to change the team round, and I'll show you what sort of side I'm going to be putting out against Roma. But first I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support on the last few videos. It's been really appreciated. We've been getting like 25 likes and stuff like that, so it's been really good. Thank you very much for that. If we could hit 20 likes on this video, then that would be really appreciated as well. And yeah, we should hopefully have a really good episode for you today. Okay, so this is the team I'm going to go with. I've changed it to a 4-4-2 formation, which I believe was suggested a few episodes ago, to kind of play two strikers. And I've also gone kind of like the holding midfield one, so a little bit further set back, just to give us a bit more of a balance. I've gone with Hernandez and MORATA up front because Tevez is suspended. Other than that, though, it's pretty much the exact same team, except Marquinhos comes in and so does Varane. And obviously David De Gea starts this game, with it being quite an important match. Let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can beat Roma and see what sort of score we can get against them. Great, we're playing in the snow, so I'll be trying to find where my players are because we kind of blend in a little bit. MORATA across the box to Hernandez, and it's 1-0. Brilliant start, 7 minutes in. I had to go sweaty, I think, there. There wasn't a lot more I could do, really, with MORATA. And a brilliant finish from him. From Hernandez. So, very good stuff. Started off really well. Look at the crowd. Whew. And it is now 1-0. And that is it for the first half. We are still winning 1-0. Not very much happened in that game. I expected it to start off quite well in that first half, but due to the goal. But obviously, it didn't really continue like that at all. It was just passing around. Got a little bit scrappy and also quite difficult to play in because of the snow. So hopefully you guys can actually see what's happening fairly well. Changes, I don't know really. I'm probably going to take off MORATA. He's not had a particularly good game. He's not really suited to this formation. But yeah, I'm going to take him off, and probably going to keep the rest the same, I think, for now. Might take Varane off if it's looking a little bit dangerous that he might get sent off. But for now, we'll keep it exactly the same, other than that one change. Vidal to shoot, go on. I can't even see where that was going then. That ball just doesn't work in the snow. Okay, so we are going to protect Varane because I think there's a chance he might get a second yellow, so we are just going to bring on Stasic, and hopefully that kind of settles things down a little bit at the back for us. They've got a corner here, hopefully we can clear it away. So just before the 60th minute, and what the hell happened there? Is that another corner? I think, no, that's a goal kick. I thought it came off my guy, but obviously not. Vidal trying to play in Koeman, he's still going, Koeman. Come on, oh, the touch was a bit poor, I think. Koeman playing in Vidal. Going to cut back inside, obviously, onto his right-hand side, and yeah, that's not really worked, but Quadrado's there. And what the hell was that? I'm so terrible at seeing in the snow with that ball. Come on, right, let's change things around. We're going to make our final change. Who else do we bring on? We brought on Stasic, and we've also got Koeman already on. So we're going to bring Berardi on, I think, give him a bit of a chance. We'll leave Pogba and Witsel just for now. But yeah, Berardi's not played in a little while, I don't think. No, off the post, so lucky. Get rid of it, let me clear it. God, it's so lucky then, late on. They went and hit the post. Oof. Go on, this is our chance. Could it be 2-0 here? Kingsley's through. Come on, Kingsley, I'm struggling to see the keeper and it's 2-0. I'm also struggling to see the goal as well. Whew, so glad we got that one. It's probably going to finish 2-0, I reckon now, but Koeman gets the second goal of the game. Very good finish, actually. As cool as you like. Slotted home, and it's 2-0. And that is it. It does finish 2-0 as we thought. Good win, actually, in the end, considering the weather. Yeah, I'm very happy with that one. It seemed like it probably could have been more. We just got a bit unlucky, I think, with a few opportunities to go through. Tevez is now back from his suspension, and let's see what games we've got next. Okay, now it looks like we've got a huge break, which is really good because we can get stuck into the transfer window. So I'm going to sim one more day, and we can get making some transfers, hopefully. Witsel wants to leave. Now the transfer window is open. We've also got this guy as well, who does look fairly good, but he's still only 15, so we can't promote him into the first team. We're also going to have a little look at what players we're going to sell and things like that. But first of all, we are going to request some funds. We're going to request 5 million. Hopefully they agree to that. They have been a little bit strict with the amount of money they've been giving out recently. So I'll send one more day, see what they say to that, so we've got some sort of extra amount, hopefully. Witsel, future at Juventus, probably not, but we'll have a look. 5 million they did give us, right, okay, that's not too bad. And there's also the scouting update, actually thinking about it, we'll have a look at. Reject him, reject him, reject him, and reject him. So that was brilliant, wasn't it? Okay, now your suggestions include Khedira, Draxler, and Goetze as well. Goetze's going to be a very, very tricky one to get hold of. But players like Khedira and Draxler, I should have a bit more chance of getting on the team. So, let's see. Let's have a look at what players I can get rid of. We've got 5 centre-backs at the moment, which I think we don't really need. I'm going to go for 4 centre-backs just to kind of trim things a little bit. I do really like Blanco, so I would like to keep him. Whether I send him out on loan, I'm not too sure. I am going to actually send him out on loan, I think. That's what we'll do. Because I can always recall him if we ever need him another centre-back. Then we've got to have a look at the left-back. Now, Marcelo, I think, is currently injured. Is that right? Yeah, for another 5 weeks. But Villarreal are still showing interest. Yeah, we'll have to keep that one monitored, I think. Also look at the right backs. DeMarcos is better than Danilo in terms of overall. So I think we're good there. We don't really need to have too much of a look at that. We are going to keep Donser. We're not going to try and loan him out, purely because if Witsel's leaving, like I suspect he will, then we do need to obviously have another centre mid there. And I think that centre mid will probably be Donser. I might even get another one, to be honest. We'll have to see. We've got Marquisio. Pogba's still refusing a contract, so I suppose if we try and list him, see what we can get for Pogba. In fact, I won't list him. I'll see what bids come in for him, and that will then mean that the bids that come in won't be as cheap. You know, the bids will be quite good because I haven't actually got him listed. So we'll do that. We've also got Coman is on a season-long loan for some reason when he's one of our better players, so we'll definitely keep hold of him. Berardi, I think we're going to keep him. Although Cuadrado I am tempted to get rid of. I know he recently arrived for 22 million, but he's not been too good, so I'm going to add him to my transfer list. Now, the reason why I've done that is so that I can get in Draxler as like a replacement. I think he plays in a similar sort of position. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really use Draxler, if I'm totally honest with you. I've never used him before, really. And we are also going to get rid of one of these strikers, I think. I'm tempted by Hernandez. Getting someone better. I know I've recently just got him in, but this is what I tend to do. I tend to get them in for free and then just sell on if they don't work out. He's not been great, really. I mean, he's been alright. I think we could get someone better, though, so I am going to transfer list him as well and see what sort of bids come in. Tevez, he might be going. I'm not 100% sure yet. It depends, again, what sort of offers come in. We are going to now put in some offers of our own. Okay, we're going to try and sign this guy. The reason why I'm trying to do this is because he looks like a really good youngster, and I'm not too impressed with Devin, really. He's not been great since I got him in, and I got him in that long ago now. He's had enough time to play well, and he's not been great, so we are going to try and get in this person. I'm not really too sure. He's 6'2". I'm not really too sure how good he is, but 73 overall according to that, even though it's 75 on there. But he does have a good amount of pace, and I like pace in my centre-backs. He's also 6'2". He's left-footed, which you don't find too many good left-footed centre-backs. So we are going to go for just a straight trade with Devin. Hopefully they accept that because he's worth 9 million, so they should really. He's also got very good jumping and strength by the looks of it. There's also some other players I'd like to try and get in. Khedira is one of those players. Now I think, because I'm trying to get rid of Witsel, that I should just get in Khedira. It kind of makes sense, I think. So we are just going to try and do that. Where's Witsel? I might have gone past him. There he is, 20 million. That seems a little bit more than I thought. Khedira, I suppose his value is 23, so yeah, I'll go with that. 20 million, I'm pretty happy with that one. Also, we're going to try and get in Draxler as well. Okay, just casually get some message during a video. And we're also going to get rid of Donson. Now, I really do like it. Is this another message? Seriously? Anyway, what was I saying? Donson we are going to get rid of because I like the look of this guy. He looks like a really good player. So, I'm going to try and... no, this is really... I'm going to have to turn messages off or something. Right, back to what I was saying. We're going to put in a bid for this guy. Donson is worth 1.1. I don't know where they've got that value from. And we're also going to just put in there, I think, 6.5 million. I don't really want to use all my money. But this guy's only on 30 grand a week. Plus, obviously, got Donson's wage to take off that. So, I'm going to go for him. And he looks a really good player. So, we're going to try and do that. See what they say to that bid. Hopefully, they agree to it. And now back to the real targets that I was after. I don't think I'll be able to get Gertz, so he's just going to be simply too much. So Draxler I will be going for. Like I say, never really used him that often, in fact at all on career mode, especially not this year. So we'll have to see what he's like, I suppose. We're going to put in a deal for Cuadrado, as part of the deal anyway, as 14.5 million. I think that's going to be enough to get him. I don't really know his price, like I say. I'm pretty sure that might even be overpaying. So we'll put in that bid, see what they say to that, and I don't think there's anybody else here that I particularly want. I know there's obviously suggestions from the summer transfer window that I had, but like Zaza was one of them, I think. But I'm not going to get him in, I don't think, yet, if at all, because this is going to be the last transfer window before this series ends, in case you didn't already know. So I'm just going to be getting in players really to see me out to the end of the season, and players that will be really good and help me try and win absolutely everything this season. Also, Belgium, I think, want me to sign another 12-month deal. I'm cool with that. I'll happily sign another deal with them. We've still got the Confederations Cup to try and win at the end of this series, so I'm really looking forward to hopefully trying to do that. And yeah, let's see what they say to our bids. But first of all, we've got a bid for DeMarcos, 15.5. It's a good amount, but it's not the amount I was after. It's actually better than I thought that anybody would offer for him. Manchester City have said unacceptable. They want the player and 14 million. Really? 14? I can give them 3. I can spare 3 million. I don't think I can spare much more than that. And Schalke have accepted it. It kind of makes me think I might have been overpaying there. We're going to go for a 4-year deal. Not that it really matters. We're also going to go important first team player, because I'm not too sure what his overall is. I'm guessing it's around 78, 79, 80 maybe. I'm not too sure of his overall. And PSG have said unacceptable, not interested in the player. That's a bit disappointing actually. I thought they would be. It's a fair deal. Maybe we've got to put 2 million in there as well. And Porto have also said unacceptable, even though I thought I was offering them a pretty good deal. So we go 7.5 and on, so this time Dumbia, that is my sort of player. If we can't get anybody else, then we're going to try and get Dumbia, not on a contract expiry, because obviously that means that we won't get him until the very end of the season, which I'll be finishing. So we are just going to try and see what they say to Dumbia. Hopefully they agree to that. I know it's another striker, but we are going to get rid of, I think, Hernandez as part of that deal. Where is he there? 20 million. It's quite a lot, but it's a similar sort of player. I know he's 1 year older. I do prefer Dumbia, though, to Hernandez. Hope they accept that. I might be massively overpaying again. Hazard would also be nice to get in, but I don't really like him in-game. I might just be the only one on this game that doesn't like him in the match. So, yeah, let's see what other players are also on like a contract expiry. Let's see. Okay, this guy looks really good. We're going to try and get him in. Look at how fast he is. He's 6'3" and 84 overall. We're going to try and sign him. We're going to get rid of, I think, oh wow, he's very expensive. He's 13 million, that's how much he's worth. What about Marcelo? How much is he worth? Probably more than 13, I'd imagine. Where are you? Marcelo, there you are. 11. Okay, he's not worth as much. We're going to try and get him in. It's going to be it's going to be a stretch really to get him in, but we're going to go for it. 10 million and Marcelo. I know we've got so little money, but we're going to just see what deals we can get. We won't be able to get all of them, and I'm just going to put in loads of offers, I think, for different players. Okay, in terms of bids, I think we're done for now. We've got this game against Fiorentina. I think we'll probably get some emails back, though, before that game. Or not. Maybe we won't. We are going to put out a bit of a different team for this game. I am just going to sim the match because it's during the transfer window. That's what I tend to do. In fact, we'll just put out this team except play Tevez. I think we will. Except I'll obviously put Pogba in there as well to rotate things. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with this team. We're just going to go for our starting lineup, and hopefully it gets us a win. So yeah, we'll just sim this match and see what the outcome is against Fiorentina. Come on, let's see whether we can try and get a decent win. They've got 3 at the back and the midfielders playing there. So Morata scores 2 minutes in. Alexandro gets injured, not particularly good, but he still doesn't come off. That annoys me a lot. We are still winning 1-0, 30 minutes into the game, 15 minutes left of the first half. Now 5 minutes, and Tevez makes it 2-0 just before half-time, into the second half now. And with about 30 minutes to go, we are still on 2-0. Vidal makes it 3 from a penalty. 15 minutes left, Vidal makes it 4. That's his second of the game. And it looks like we will win 4-0, and we have done. Very good result against Fiorentina. Transfer offers, one for Blanco, goodbye. We've got some more wage in, about 25 grand I think that might have been. What? Whoa. Okay, Raheem 50 million. 50 million for a player that plays awful in game. I've got to do it. I'm sorry if you like him on this series. I've got to get rid of him, but not for 50 million. Look at what the chief executive's saying, 63 to 92. So, come on, Barca, you got to step things up. I'm not going to be too greedy. I'm going to go in between the valuations, and I think I'll go for 78 as the first counter offer. That is bang in the middle, I think, if my maths is right. It's near enough the middle anyway. And we're going to see what they say to that. It's 28 million more. Hopefully they go for it, because he's rubbish in game for me. He doesn't make enough of an impact for my liking. They still want 14 million. We're going to try and up it to 8, just because I want to try and make it realistic in a sense. And obviously Raheem Sterling leaving and even joining wasn't particularly realistic. But we managed to sign Draxler now. That is very good news. I've also got some more wage in. That's like 70 grand, I think. So that's a good little bit of wage I've just got in. And player injured, 7 weeks. That is not so good. Let's have a look what Draxler is like. Hopefully he's going to be good. He better be good. It was a recommendation. 81, so yeah, pretty decent player. Decent stats as well, that's what I look for. 23 years old and can play pretty much anywhere in midfield other than centre mid. He can play kind of the attacking roles and out wide. Varane just wants to say thanks, boss. That's cool. Come on, Barca, match that 78 million, please. Okay, forget about all those. What have Barca said? 66.3. Okay, that's a lot. This is the only thing, right, and I know if this goes wrong, I'll regret this, because it's a brilliant offer. I'm gonna say 70, because that is what, that's pretty much, I'm giving them a bit of a bargain compared to what the chief executive's saying, so I'm gonna risk it at 70 million. Please match that. Please, it's not that much more, come on. Right, they want 28.5. Okay, I will do that once Sterling's gone. I'm not going to be able to get him in unless Sterling goes, so I'll leave that email in there so I remember. And Dumbia looks like he might be on the way to our team. 3-year deal, just because it doesn't matter. Important first team player, and I'm pretty looking forward to that one actually. That should be quite good. Still not interested in the player. Why are they not interested in Donsu? He's a decent young guy, just not as good as the one that they're hopefully going to be giving us. Okay, again, we're just going to have to try and persuade them with money, so I'll leave that email there. And I think it's going to be the same sort of scenario with this one, so I'll leave that email there as well. Come on, Barca. 70 million. Come on, Barca. We've got this game against Palomero. That's what I'm going to call them. Hopefully, we can get 70 million before then. Oh, we've still not heard back. They want 14 still. We're going to have to match it, I think. Okay, because I don't like matching offers, we're going to go 12 million and Witsel. Still, it's a lot of money. So much, because Witsel's worth quite a bit. But yeah, we're just going to go with that. And we're going to have to sim this game, because I'm desperate to find out in this episode what Barca are actually doing with that offer. So we've got both our left backs out injured now. Not very good. In fact, what we'll do is put Stasic there. I'm sure he can cope with that. And yeah, we need to hopefully try and get the transfers sorted out. We'll leave Drax on the bench for now until I play the next match that I actually play. So yeah, let's sim the game. Hopefully we can get a win in the Tim Cup. I don't think it's a particularly important round, but we need to get through to the final because we need to win this. Come on, please win the game for me. Come on, let's see how we can do here. We need a goal really, guys. Come on. We're playing the 4-4-2 formation still. Varane gets booked. That's not too good. Still not scored in this first half. Going into the second half, still 0-0. Not looking too promising. I will skip it if we have not scored by the 70th minute. Okay, I'm going to skip it, and we win 1-0. That is the biggest risk ever, and it was in the 90th minute. Okay, we did get a little bit lucky there, I think. Come on, Barca, you've got to return back to us. Come on. And Varane is out suspended. Barca have returned. I've got a bad feeling about it. I've just got a bad feeling. What they said. In fact, no, I'm not going to look at that because it'll give it away. We'll do the Dumbia thing first. We managed to get him in, brilliant news. Hopefully he's going to be really fast and won't drop in overall. What have they said then? Can't take it any much longer. We're going to have to have a look. 66.3 they've said. We're just going to agree to that, I think. They're not going to budge, are they? I'm happy that they didn't just go, do you know what, we're not bothered. I'm really happy that they didn't just do that. And I think, is Witsel part of one of the deals I'm trying to do? Which one is it? I think it's this guy, isn't it? I'm trying to do Witsel. Oh no, it's not. Which one's the Witsel deal? I'm not really too sure which one I've got Witsel as part of the deal. But I'm going to leave the Chelsea offer for now. Come on, get rid of Raheem now, please, so I can get some money in. Oh, I still haven't managed to get rid of him. MORATA, 45 million. Okay. This is, again, for a player that has not been playing well. You've got to bear that in mind. I could get 60 million for him. Okay, and I could get in some serious world-class talent before we end this series. Like, I could potentially get in somebody like Messi if I managed to sell MORATA and obviously got the Sterling money as well. That could be huge, that deal. I'm not going to do anything about it though in this episode because I need your guys' response. I'm not just going to do huge deals like that without seeing what you guys think. We're obviously going to reject the Varane one. That's an easy one for me. But the MORATA one is a seriously big offer from Man City. So we'll stall it for now and kind of won't do anything just for now. But we'll see what you guys say in the comments. You must leave in comments about that. I really need to know what you guys think. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get the money now, are we, for Sterling? Come on. Let's get the money, please, before this episode finishes. Still not got the money. And Man City have accepted the bid. Oh, it was for Khedira, of course it was, yeah. So we're going to go 3-year deal. We'll go... I'm tempted to go important first-team player, but I got a feeling he won't be too happy with that. So we are just going to go with it, because I'm sure he'll let us change it if he doesn't want it. We're not actually going to play this game, because obviously I don't want to lose these transfer offers, because there's some pretty decent offers there, isn't there? Especially that one for MORATA from Man City. But it's crucial that I know basically what you guys think about those offers. So that is going to be it for this episode. If you haven't enjoyed this one, please go hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. If we could hit 20 likes on this episode, in fact 25 likes, let's set a target there for those massive offers that I've received for the players. And yeah, let me know what you think about the episode in the comments. Hopefully we can get the money in for Sterling shortly, but we'll have to see how that goes. Hopefully we can. I'm obviously going to do an episode of this as soon as possible, for maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, I'm not too sure. It's tomorrow or the day after anyway, at 2 o'clock as usual. But very importantly, let me know in the comments anyway. And thank you for watching, and goodbye.